Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel and welcome if you're new here. If you are new, my name is Shan from HomeWithShan over on Instagram, and today's video is very highly requested since I have had my baby boy George about 5 weeks ago now. You guys have been non-stop asking me to do this video, and it is the what I actually used from my hospital bag video. So if you haven't seen my what I packed in my hospital bag video, which I'll link up here, you will know, or you'll not know if you haven't seen it, that I was trying to be as organised and as practical as possible, but I obviously did put in some like nice to have things as well. But I thought it would be helpful to you guys to see what I actually ended up using. Obviously basing this on my actual birth experience, because everyone's birth will be different, and what you'll need is going to be different as well based on that. So this is just exactly what I use, but this isn't necessarily what you'll need in your hospital bag, because your birth might be completely different to mine. So with all of that in mind, let's get into the video, and I will basically just be having the little video here. I'll pause it just to chat through what I actually used, if I ended up using the product, if I didn't. Yeah, let's just go from there. Hope you enjoy, guys. Today we are going to be doing my what's in my hospital bag video. I am currently 36.5 weeks pregnant, so I thought I best crack on and actually do this, because I'm going to be full term in like 3 days. Basically I've split the two bags, so what I'm taking for the baby and then what I'm taking for myself and my partner into two separate bags. But I'm going to show you what's in the baby's bag now. Okay, so the first thing that I wanted to show you guys is how I've set out the little outfits. Basically what I've done is put them into sandwich bags of outfits, rather than having like 3 vests just hanging out in the bag or whatever. What I've basically done is separated each set of clothes into these little sandwich bags from IKEA. I've literally... Guys, if I can recommend you to do anything in this video, and it is this. Trust me, it was so helpful to have these little sandwich bags. I don't know whether I would still have put them into like outfits, or if I would have had like vests in one, baby grows in another, and hats in another. That's probably actually a better way of doing it. I put them into outfits, and it didn't really necessarily work out that I would change a whole outfit at once. He would maybe split up a bit on like just his baby grow, so I didn't have to change his vest or whatever. So maybe that was a better way of doing it. But definitely the sandwich bags, you don't need to label them, this is so over the top. But actually Ash found it helpful that I labelled the stuff, because he knew what was in each one. Obviously I knew because I packed it, but he actually found it really helpful to have the labels. So yeah, the IKEA sandwich bags, guys, game changer. Or any sandwich bag really. Actually put in here exactly what is going to be in the bag. So here you'll see that I've got Star Baby Grow, a white vest and a blue hat. That is one outfit for the baby, so that is just, Ash can just grab that out, and that is everything the baby will need to wear. Then again I've got another one, which again is a white Baby Grow, white vest and a baby hat. And then I've got another, which is a striped Baby Grow, white vest and a spare vest. I've got 4 vests in total and 3 baby grows. And then I've also got another like coming home outfit, I guess. I don't know if we're going to bother with the whole coming home outfit thing, but I've got it here just in case. We didn't do the whole coming home outfit. He came home in the baby grow that he was wearing. The outfit that we packed, by the way, was like size up to £10, so like first size, and he actually only wore it for the first time the other day, because it was just so big on him. Like there was no way he was going to fit in it. He was such a tiny little baby. So yeah, I didn't bother with the whole coming home outfit thing. It was a nice idea, but I didn't need it in the end. And it's got a Baby Robinson vest. So the vest that I actually posted, and I'll put a little picture up here, the vest that I posted about when I announced my pregnancy on Instagram, is that vest. So that is the one that is in here. Baby Robinson is obviously Ash's last name, so yeah, it just thought it would be really nice to have that there. It's a little bit big, so I'm not sure it's going to fit him, but we've got it anyway. It's also got a little jungle outfit that I've shown you in a previous video, I'm pretty sure. And also a cardigan, chunky cardigan for him, just in case it's cold, and some little baby socks as well. All of the... With the cardigan, I don't know what I was thinking, because again, I love the cardigan for when he's going out in the pram and stuff. He didn't wear it in hospital or when we came home from hospital, because it was the chunky knit cardigan. You couldn't wear that in the car seat anyway, because it would like, it's too padded for the car seat. So I don't know why I thought that he would wear that, but yeah, I don't know. The baby grows that I've got like integrated mittens and integrated feet, so I haven't bothered with socks and mittens and stuff for those ones. In total, I've got 5 vests, which is actually quite a lot. I only meant to pack 4, but I've packed 5, so whatever. 3 baby grows, 2 hats, and then an outfit for him to come home in. Right, so I was in hospital for 2 days in total, just because it took a little while for them to get results back and stuff. But I was in hospital for 2 days, and he wore 3 vests and 3 baby grows in total. But that was like overkill. I changed him probably more than I needed to, just because we had it there. So I definitely don't think I needed to pack as much as I did, but I had it there just in case, I guess. Oh, but yeah, so I've got plenty of clothes for him basically. All of the clothes are in newborn size. We've been told a million times that I've got a fairly small baby. He's measuring about the 10th percentile, so I'm pretty confident he'll fit into that. If he doesn't, we literally live 10 minutes away from where we're going to be having the baby. I think we'll be absolutely fine with the stuff that we've got. Next. Newborn clothes were actually a little bit too big for him, but they were fine because they were totally fine. Like, they were baggy, but they were fine. They fit him enough to keep him warm. Next up, I have 2 muslins, which I've also popped in a little sandwich bag. 2 muslins there. These are so good. The sandwich bags, guys. And 2 muslins were plenty. I like the muslin squares, and then I've also got a swaddle muslin, bigger one, to go with that. So that is all good. I did definitely use that swaddle blanket in hospital actually. I would have taken my Love to Dream swaddle, but I had like too big of a size for what I thought the baby was going to be. So I thought George was going to be a lot smaller, and I only had the newborn size, and that was too big for what size I thought he was going to be. So I took the swaddle blanket and I actually used that, and it was perfect. The next IKEA sandwich bag has got changing stuff. So we've got nappy bags, we've got barrier cream, and we've got some wipes. So I doubt that I'll actually need the barrier cream, but I definitely didn't need the barrier cream on a newborn skin. I don't know why I thought that I would, but I used the wipes. Obviously they were the Aldi wipes. I think I go into detail about that in here. They're the biodegradable ones, and they are also 99% water, like the water wipes, but a lot cheaper. And the nappy sacks I actually used as well, just because I didn't really know. I mean, I probably didn't need them, I'm not gonna lie, because you could just wrap up a nappy, and I know how to do that now, but at the time I was like, oh, it's gonna smell. And newborn baby poo, it doesn't even smell. Like, it's so weird. But anyway, let's carry on with the video. I've got it there just in case, and the wipes are the Aldi 99% water ones. So they're like the water wipes, but the Aldi version, so cheap, and they're biodegradable, so I've got those as well. My hospital also provides the cotton wool and hot water, so I have everything that I need to change for the baby. Obviously, I also have a pack of nappies. These are the pack of 24 nappies that come in the bounty packs. These are the... So, I did not go through 24 nappies at all. I probably went through about 12 potentially. Yeah, probably about 12, but I would still take 24 anyway, because you don't know how long you're going to be there. Plus they're tiny. When they're so little, the newborn nappies are so tiny, so you might as well take 24. Just got to see to this little nugget. Be back in a second. Okay, I'm back, and George is now in the other room with his dad, so let's carry on with this video. I've got the Aptamil ready to feed bottles. So these are formula bottles that are ready made, and they have got the sterilised teats on them as well, that you can just use from newborn straight away. I am probably going to give colostrum if I can whilst I'm in hospital, but I've got these just in case I need to, and my midwife said they're absolutely fine for me to bring this. I'm just going to take this. It's only a little pack and doesn't take up too much space. So I definitely used those. I did give colostrum at his first feed and his second feed, and then I went on to those bottles. They had 6 in a pack, and we went through probably about 4, I think. There's about, how much is there in a bottle? I think there's like 55 ml in a bottle, 70 ml maybe in a bottle, which for a newborn baby, especially the size that George was, is plenty. So yeah, they're perfect because they've got the sterilised teats and everything. You don't have to worry about any of the faff. Obviously if you're breastfeeding, that's a completely different story. You don't need to worry about formula, but if you aren't, then these are a really good option, I think. Last but certainly not least is the thing that the baby is going to be coming actually home in, which is literally the most important thing. I've shown you this before, it is our car seat. It's absolutely essential. They're not going to let you go home from the hospital without this. So I've got our car seat ready. The base and everything is fitted in the car already. And then I've also got my blanket here. So I obviously used all of those things on the way home. I would just say my car seat is not the best. Now that I've used it, basically I've used it with an actual baby, I don't rate it massively, and I will be getting a new one because it is just really fiddly. It's just fiddly to get in and out, and it's fiddly to use on the pram as well, like to fit it onto the pram. So I am actually getting a new pram and I'm getting a new car seat. You live and learn, guys. But anyway, that serves me right for going for the bargain. It was like £100 for the whole set, so yeah, you kind of get what you pay for, I think, in that sense, definitely. But yeah, I definitely used it obviously on the way home. It's still safe and everything, it's just a bit finicky for the parents to like get in and out of the car, that's all. Everything that I've taken in the baby's hospital bag, so let's move on to what's in my hospital bag. I'm just taking this carry-on bag, something that you take on as like cabin luggage or hand luggage into a plane basically. First and foremost, the most essential thing that you're going to need for your hospital bag is obviously your maternity notes. So I've got everything in here. It's literally just my notes. I'm obviously not going to show you the front, but these are my notes. This is like the most essential thing that you're going to need when you're going into labour. So if you're going to remember anything, this is the thing to remember. So I've got that right at the top of my hospital bag, and obviously if I have any appointments before I go into labour, which I do, I've got loads, then I just take it out of the top and then pop it back straight back in there when I'm back. So that is the most essential thing. I also just have a little bag of change for the car park because I never have coins, so I thought I would have a little bag of that just in case we don't have any in the car on the day or something like that. So that is in the top of my hospital bag in the front compartment. Really needed to pack more coins than I did. I think we packed about £5, but hospital car park was so expensive, it's ridiculous. Pay on card if you can, but if you can't, then use the coins, girls and boys. Use the coins. Then Ash and I just have a phone charger each, so I've got an iPhone, he's got a Samsung, so we've got 2 chargers each. These are just spare chargers that are in there already, so we don't have to worry about last minute packing. I then also have some wireless headphones because I'm doing hypnobirthing and I really want to be able to listen to my hypnobirthing tapes and not have any wires or whatever just hanging around or have to blur it into the room. I really like the idea of having these. So I definitely used them in early labour, those headphones. It was actually really helpful because I was in a room with other people as well. Obviously before you go into active labour you're in with other people. It was nice to just listen to my own music or listen to the podcast or that kind of thing that I was doing in early labour. When I actually went into active labour, because it was so quick, like if you haven't seen my birth story, I'll link it here. My birth was so quick that I didn't have the chance to even think about hypnobirthing or anything like that. I really, looking back, I really wish I had, especially in the stage before I got any of the pain relief, any of the gas and air or anything. I would have loved to have really zoned out and gone into that hypnobirthing world, but I didn't really get the chance to. Maybe that was my own fault, but you know what? Definitely do not regret having those headphones, especially when I was in early labour in the room with other people. It was just nice to have my own like zone to get into, so I definitely recommend packing that still. Ash has just got a spare pair of clothes for himself. I'm not going to go into too much detail on those because that's obviously his stuff. But then into my stuff, we have 2 sets of PJs, both of which are 90s. I've got one here that just says arriving in 2020. This is a boohoo one. Obviously it is a maternity fit, so it goes over the bump and is quite long still, so that's perfect for me. Then I've got this other maternity one which is also like a nursing set of PJs. So I used the first one, I used the arriving in 2020 at 90. I didn't use the second one until I got home the following day, or the night that I got home, just because I didn't need to change. Like I didn't feel that I was in a dress actually the first day, and then I got changed into the nightie the following day, and then I didn't use the like pink nightie until I got home the next day. But I definitely say nighties over like trousers and stuff. I just found it to be the most comfortable for that area, basically. That's all I'm gonna say. Yeah, I just found that nighties for me worked
brilliantly. I'm going to show you some socks in the next bit. I definitely didn't wear socks. I was bloody boiling, but I was in early September, so you might find it different if you're going into labour in the winter. Like, it might be completely different, but I found the hospital was boiling hot and I was like getting hot flushes constantly, so definitely didn't need these cosy socks that I'm about to show you now.
I've just got a set of socks, just because a lot of people say to take socks or slippers, and I thought I would just take these socks. These are just some like cosy warm socks that I might like if my feet get cold or something. I feel like I will be quite hot, so I'm not sure if I'll actually use these, but at least I've got them just in case. But for sort of walking around and taking showers and all that kind of stuff, I actually have these flip-flops, and these did come in the Yummy Mummy hospital box that I got gifted. Like I said, these are just some average flip-flops for the showers, that kind of thing, so I think they'll come in handy. Then
they definitely came in handy, guys. So walking around, like I said, like to go and make a cup of tea or something, definitely use the flip-flops, just to slide on, so easy. Don't need anything to like do up or like shove on, like you can't be bending down and things, you just want something to flip on your feet. Perfect. And obviously in the shower, like I said in that video, when I took a shower, I did take my shoes off. Wait, did I? No, I think I showered with the flip-flops on. Like, I obviously took my feet out of the flip-flops when I was actually like washing, and then I put them back in and then just walked, like I dried them off a bit and then walked back to my room, I think, if I can remember correctly. I was slightly delirious at that point, I'm not gonna lie.
Moving on to toiletries. I've got my toiletries for like during / before birth, and then I've also got a little pouch of things for postpartum or post-birth, which I'll go into in a minute. The things for like my toiletries, I've just got in this little carrier thing that I can take to the showers or whatever with me. I have plenty of space in there to put my flip-flops in as well, so that's all good. I'll just go in and show you exactly what I'm taking in terms of toiletries. So I've got a toothbrush for myself and Ash, which I haven't opened, no need to, I will just open those when we need them. And then a little sample toothpaste as well, which is perfect.
Obviously I used both of those. And actually Ash didn't use his because he went home, but I used my toothbrush and the little toothpaste sample thing.
Perfect. Just got a roll-on deodorant. And then I've got two little samples of some shower gel. So this is body wash, and then this one is cream. Touch of luxury, because I feel like these ones are going to be really nice. They came in the Yummy Mummy hospital box as well.
I used the shower gel, I didn't use the cream because I couldn't be bothered. But yeah, they were really nice. I really like I said, a touch of luxury when you need it the most, I think.
Also taking some cleanser. So these are my usual cleansers. That's for removing eye makeup, just in case I have eye makeup on. I've also got some pads to actually like put the stuff on and use. Then got a little sun.
I did use the cleansers. It was actually really nice to cleanse my face after giving birth. Like, you can just imagine, it's hard work, guys. So to cleanse your face afterwards feels quite nice.
Sample moisturiser to pop over the top once I've cleansed my face. Then I've got some lip balms. I've got one stick and one like fancier one, depends on how I'm feeling, I guess. But yeah, two
lip balm essential. Pack as much as you can, trust me.
Balms for me. I literally wear lip balm constantly anyway, but a lot of people have said with the gas and air it's like essential to have lip balm, so that's perfect. Also got a hand sanitizer because yeah, the world we live in, I probably would have taken this anyway, but yeah, hand sanitizer. I then have a little mini travel hairbrush that I think will be handy if I just want to brush my hair, obviously. And then I've also got 3 types of hair ties. The extra things.
So, hand sanitizer you don't actually have to take because the hospital has like hand sanitizer stations everywhere, but I used my own as well. But there was actually one like right next to my bed because obviously the current climate, everyone's like using sanitizers all the time, and the hospital normally has sanitizer anyway. But I took my own. I did use it, but you don't have to. And also hair scrunchies, I used all of them, I'm pretty sure, because 2 snapped and then the big one didn't snap, so I had my hair up in a bun for most of the time I was there. Then I think this is the stuff that I'm going to get into next, so like the extra things that I probably didn't even touch, but let's see anyway.
That I've got in there is in this special pouch. So this is actually again something that came from the Yummy Mummy hospital box. And here I have like the luxuries, I would say, things that I don't need but I actually think are really nice touches, and I will definitely be reaching for during / after labour if I remember or feel like I need to, that kind of thing. So first off, this is actually from Home Bargains, but this is a refreshing cooling mist that I've seen lots of people go on about. Basically, it's a can of water that you spray on yourself, and it is really, really refreshing. I used this when it was really, really hot recently, and I just think in labour, if you're hot, this is the perfect amount of water that you want to be spraying on yourself kind of thing. So it's 89p from Home Bargains. I thought, I'll give that a go, you know.
Okay, so in retrospect, I would have found that so useful because I was so bloody hot in labour. It was ridiculous. I was sweating. Like, I was pretty much naked the entire of my labour and birth, but I didn't use that at all because, one, I think because I was induced and I was hooked up to everything and like I was not reaching for shit. Plus, just realised I swore. Plus, I could barely string sentences together to ask Ash for things, so like to have to had explained that, like, it just wouldn't have happened. I was actually really hot in labour, so I could have probably used that, but I didn't, so yeah.
In the hospital box, these 3 things I just thought were really awesome. So I've got 3 straws here, obviously because if you have like a cup of water in front of you, then you can use your straws instead of like tipping your head back and like all that kind of stuff. 3 straws, I thought that was a really good idea. Then I've got this eye mask to help me try and zone out. If I imagine like me with this on and then my headphones on, trying to zone out and listen to my hypnobirthing or my relaxing music, that kind of thing, that I just thought would be perfect. And then I've also got these space masks. So I don't know if you've ever heard of these. These basically, you take them out and they heat up and you put them on your face. I think they go on your eyes actually, yeah. Go on your eyes and they just like apparently take you to another dimension. I mean, anything to relax you in labour, right? So I've got these as well. Like I said, they heat up and I thought that would just be nice if I am trying to relax and it's quite difficult in those circumstances. Along the same...
So the eye mask that like to sleep, I did use, but I didn't use it in labour or anything like that. I used it afterwards because when you stay overnight or if you stay in another night, you are in a room with loads of other people and it's quite bright, and if you want to get a nap during the day because your baby's up at night or whatever, then I actually use those because, like I said, the hospital lights were quite bright, so I used that the day after, but I didn't use the space mask things. I've used them since and they are amazing, but I didn't use them in the hospital. I think that was probably, yeah, I was never really going to use those in hospital though. So, yeah.
In vain as the straws, I'm also going to be taking this water bottle, which is basically a water bottle that's got a straw like inserted in it, and it's also...
So, I didn't use the straws that I showed you, the paper straws, but I definitely used this. I literally had this filled up to the brim every single chance I had. So yeah, I would definitely recommend a water bottle of some sort, but a water bottle with the straw, golden.
So metal, so it obviously either will keep your drink warm or cold depending on what you put in. I'm very likely to have like ice cold water in this. I always have like one of these in the fridge, so I've got this in my hospital bag already. Then something that I didn't think I would need or want to take with me to hospital, but I'm going to take anyway, is this dressing gown. So this is also from the Yummy Mummy hospital box. It says Mummy on it, which is so sweet, but it's also a towel material, so I just thought that would be perfect for like when you're coming in and out of a shower or the birthing pool or whatever. I thought the material was really nice. It's not like a hard, it's like a really soft towel material as well, so I'm really happy with this. I've put this in the wash and it is all ready to go. My fluff is falling off of it, I'm ready for it. The only thing about this is it's white. I know it's white, it's not ideal, but I love it so much that I just thought might as well be comfortable and ruin it. And if it's not ruined by the end, then maybe I can keep it. But I'm really happy that I've got this. It saves me from taking a towel with me, and also I've got a dressing gown, something comfy that I can just walk around in if I need to. Then,
so I did use this. I used it when I got out of the shower, and yeah, I mean, it is white. Let's just say that it's white, and it didn't stay white. But it's so nice. It was so nice to have that wrapped around me. I used like the hospital towel to dry myself off, and then I put the towel Yummy Mummy dressing gown over me, and it was so nice to like walk back. I mean, obviously I was like walking back sheepishly. I'd just given birth, like I wasn't like running down the hallway, but I was like sort of walking back, and I was like, you know what, this was like the nicest thing to have to just throw over myself rather than having to like get changed in those little grubby hospital showers. So yeah, definitely I used it, and I still use it now. Like I use it when I come back when I get out of the shower here. After washing it, obviously, I now use it when I get out of the shower in my own house. So I actually use that and I love it. It is very extra, but I'm not complaining, I'm here for it.
Just moving on to post-birth stuff. So I've got coming home outfit stuff and then postpartum recovery stuff. So obviously the main thing is a pack of maternity pads. This pack of maternity pads, just from Boots, it's got 10 in there. I also have a peri bottle, which is basically something that you put warm water into, not hot, not cold, but warm water. You pop that lid on and then you kind of pop it down there when you go into the toilet and spray the warm water onto your wee, and it will dilate your wee and yeah, just be a lot more comfortable instead of it stinging. Apparently that happens, so anything that you can do to negate that I think is a good shout. You can just use like a jug with warm water or something, but actually this takes up less space, and I just thought, you know what, this is something that I think I will use for the first few times I go to the toilet. Just, yeah, hopefully it helps anyway. Also has...
So I definitely used both the maternity pads. Obviously 10 was plenty for me, and I was in for 2 days, like I said. 10 was plenty. I actually used a couple of the hospital ones as well because they just had them like chilling, laying about. Someone asked me if I had any and I was like, oh, I do, but I don't know where they are because they were in a bag somewhere, and I was like, oh. So they gave me a couple as well. So, but yeah, 10 I would say is probably enough, and like I said, the hospital will always have them. If you don't have any, they will give you some. And the peri bottle, guys, is the best thing that I bought. I swear to God, the peri bottle is perfect for, like I said, on that. The first couple of times you go to the toilet, it really, really helps. If I didn't have that, it would have been harsh, let's just say. So yeah, I'm really, really glad I had that. You could, like I said in that video, had taken like a big jug and just like had that with warm water and poured that over yourself, but that took up much less space and it was more precise, I would say. So I will definitely link that down below, guys. I'll link everything that I've mentioned in this video down below because it's just so helpful. I found it helpful when I was watching this video, so I'd just like to help you guys out.
I have some disposable underwear in my trusty IKEA sandwich bags. There's like 5 pairs in there. These are like mesh underwear, and I can put the maternity pads in there and just chuck it all away afterwards rather than having to like wash underwear. Like, I'm just not going to do that. I'm just going to chuck it all away, and that is going to be it. Let's go on top of my...
So those disposable underwear things, they're like the mesh ones, and I did use them, but I have to say I didn't like them as much as the adult nappies, the discreet boutique ones. Always discreet boutique. So I wouldn't use them as like maternity pads. I would have like the adult nappy and then a maternity pad on that, so that I wasn't wearing like actual knickers, if that makes sense. It's really hard to explain, but yeah, I was basically using those as knickers and then having the pad on top, so I wasn't like stewing in the, you know, the stuff for long. I was throwing it all away as soon as I changed my maternity pad. It is wasteful, that's the only thing I would say. Like, it's not particularly eco-friendly, but because you're in hospital, you don't have much options in terms of cleaning your clothes and that kind of thing, and if you've got that all over your stuff and then you are in hospital for a few days, then it's just not great, is it? So although it's not the most eco-friendly solution, it is what I did. So yeah, that's all I would say on that, to be honest.
My maternity pads, I've also got these witch hazel pads, which I've again spoken about in my stories on Instagram if you wanted to check those out. Basically, witch hazel is really good for healing and cooling down there.
Honestly, guys, it was so nice to have those witch hazel pads again. So I'd have like the always discreet boutique adult nappies on, and then I'd have the pad, and then I would have the witch hazel pads along the pad, so they don't absorb any blood or anything. That obviously like travels straight through and goes onto the pad, and which absorbs it. But the witch hazel pads were so nice and like cooling, and obviously, yeah, like it's just not the nicest down there straight afterwards, especially if you've had stitches and stuff like that. But it was so nice to have those witch hazel pads. I'll link those down below as well because they were so helpful, honestly. And then also, I think I'll talk about this in the next bit, I'm just going to say it here quickly. I used the spray, which was the cooling spray from the Natural Birthing Company, something like that. I'll obviously say it in this video down here, but I used that. I sprayed that all down there, which was really cooling, and then I had the witch hazel pads on top of that, which was honestly probably overkill, but it helped me so much that I would do it all again, like in a heartbeat, 100%.
after birth, all that kind of stuff. It's actually for hemorrhoids as well. Hopefully I won't get that, but if I do, then I've got the witch hazel pads, which are all like soaking in the witch hazel in there, so I can pop those on the maternity pads, and hopefully that will give me a bit of comfort. Another thing in my recovery kit, I've got the bottom up spray from the Natural Birthing Company, and this is like recommended by midwives and stuff. It basically numbs the area. There's loads of different brands that do it. I think there's Expert Midwife or something along those lines that do it as well, but this one was cheaper and I just thought this would be really good for after birth and just helping ease the discomfort down there if you do tear or have stitches or anything really. So that is another thing that I've got. Then I also have some breast pads, just in case my milk comes in. I've got a couple that are reusable in there, and then a couple that are disposable. I don't think I'll need many, to be honest, because your milk doesn't really come in until like day 3 or day 4, but I've got them anyway just in case. All of my
So yeah, I didn't use those breast pads in hospital at all, but I did use them as soon as I got home. Probably, I used them on like day 3, that's when my milk came in, and I used a lot of them. So, well, I say a lot, I went through a pack probably, and I'm not breastfeeding, so obviously, yeah, I wasn't like expressing, so they weren't leaking as much as you might if you were breastfeeding, but I probably went through a pack of those breast pads. Are they called that? Yeah, nursing pads, that's what they're called.
My post-birth stuff is in this little rucksack thing, so that I don't have to get it like mixed up with my other toiletries. So yeah, that is everything for my post-birth. And then it's just my coming home outfit, I guess. I really don't care what I'm going to look like at all after this. So I've just chosen the most comfortable, and I kid you not, they're the most comfortable joggers you'll ever know. These are from Tesco years ago, but these are so soft, and I swear they've got better of age. They don't even have like the string to tie them in anymore because they're so old, but I love them so much. They're so stretchy and the most comfortable thing on earth. Then I've just got a black t-shirt, good. Then I've just got this maternity bra that I'm going to be taking. Obviously I'll be wearing a bra there anyway. I'm probably going to be wearing a sports bra, the ones from Primark that I always wear. And then
so I used all of those things, joggers and a t-shirt. You cannot go wrong. Obviously a maternity bra or nursing bra or just a sports bra, depends on what you want to wear. I wore exactly what I said I wore in those in that video.
I've also got a cardigan in case it is a little bit chilly. Again,
I didn't use the cardi, but that's because it was really warm. Again, if you're going into labour in winter, you might want to take a coat or a cardi or whatever, but I was quite warm still.
And I'm not going to be wearing anything exciting because I would have just had a baby, so that kind of makes sense to me. Last but not least, we're going to be taking this card with us, and it's actually again from the Yummy Mummy hospital box, and it actually says, I wrote this when I met you, now you're 18. So it's something that we can write in, me and Ash can each write in and give it to the baby when he's 18. So we've got this completely blank card. I'll have a side, Ash will have a side, obviously got a pen as well. That's just in the front of the suitcase, and we can write whatever we want to write, and then have that ready for when he's 18, that kind of thing.
So we did use this, and obviously we didn't use it like during birth and stuff. It was the day after we wrote in it. Ash did his bit first, and then I read it and bawled my eyes out just because it was just so sweet, and it was just so surreal to like think, oh my god, we've actually got a child, like we are together. Like it was insane. So I bawled my eyes out, and then I pulled myself together and I wrote my bit as well. But guys, it doesn't have to be that exact card, but something like that I just think is so sweet. And if we actually like don't lose it and in 18 years we can actually give it to him, imagine like, oh, it's so thoughtful, like it's ridiculous. So I just thought it was such a lovely touch, and we were bored the next day anyway, so we had plenty of time to be writing and thinking about what we were writing in the lovely, lovely card. I'm actually like welling up thinking about it now, honestly. I just love it so much.
The only other thing that I think I might consider taking is my pregnancy pillow. That's only if I'm still at that stage of labour, where it's in early labour and I still want to be like as comfortable as possible doing my hypnobirthing. But if I'm in like fully active labour and, you know, pretty much ready to go, then I'm not going to bother taking it. So yeah, I think that'll be a last minute decision. Obviously it won't fit in the suitcase or anything like that, but yeah, I think that's not an essential anyway. It would just be nice.
I did take my pregnancy pillow. I think actually we forgot it and then Ash went back and got it, but he bought it and it was really, really nice to have it in the hospital because it's just not the most comfortable of beds, and I was really comfortable when I used my pregnancy pillow, so yeah.
The last thing is snacks. The snacks that we've chosen to bring, we've done like sweets, and then we've done drink, and then we've done like a more substantial type of snack. First of all, we've got the raspberry Lucozade drinks. I love the taste of them, and they cure a hangover like straight away, give you that boost of energy. Next.
So I drank both of those drinks and I loved it so much. It gave me that boost of energy that I needed, and I've got a really sweet tooth, so anything sweet I was like, give it to me. But yeah, perfect for me. Definitely recommend trying them if you haven't, guys.
Favourite sweet of all time is Percy Pigs, and I've recently discovered Henry Hippos. It's taking every bit of restraint for me to not open these right now, but for labour.
I ate those, obviously, it goes without saying.
Then just for a bit more of a substantial snack, we have some breakfast bars. So we've got like some Hobnob biscuit bars, snack bars, and then some breakfast bars as well. Okay.
So the Hobnob bars were delicious. They were so nice, and we dunked them in our tea because they come around and ask you if you want tea sometimes, and there was like a tea making station, so we dunked them in our teas after, this was after birth, I'm pretty sure, yeah. And then the breakfast bars, I also had one probably before, like when I was in labour, and then one after. Ash was trying to give me some biscuit, like that biscuit, when I was in labour having really harsh contractions. He was like, you need to eat, like to give yourself energy and stuff. But it was because I was really dehydrated and I was really hot and everything. That was not the best thing to be giving me because it was a dry AF. Plus I was feeling really sick. I don't know if you've seen in my birth story, again I'll link it here, or I have linked it there already. I'll link it down in the description box below. I was sick during labour, and I was literally about to be sick, and he was like making me eat this biscuit. No, eat before or after, not during. That's all I would say. But I think that's pretty much the rest of the video completed.
Hey guys, that is absolutely everything that I'm going to be taking to...
So yeah, it is absolutely everything that I took to hospital. And I'm pretty sure that I used most of the stuff, let's just face it. Most of the things I didn't use were like the luxury items, but I would definitely say this is a really good guide for me anyway, like obviously because it worked out pretty well for me. There was no time that I had to go out and get something, or Ash had to go out and get something, other than my pregnancy pillow that he forgot, or we forgot. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Like I said before, obviously this is not going to be perfect for everyone, but it worked really well for us, and I was in hospital for 2 days. I was induced. Hope you found that helpful, guys. I don't know how helpful that would have been, but it was a very highly requested video, so hopefully you found it helpful, and I wish you all of the luck in the world if you are going to be going into labour and giving birth soon. It's going to be the best day of your life, even if it doesn't seem like it at the time. Your whole world will change, and obviously you guys know that already, but it's been the best 5 weeks of my life so far, since George has come into it. So I love you lots, guys. Good luck with everything, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.